Hey everyone, today I'm going to review Dehancer Pro for Premiere Pro, After Effects, and iOS. Full disclosure, I'm not a colorist or finishing editor, and I was asked to review this plugin with an offer of 10% off for my subscribers and viewers to take advantage of in the description below. However, I will give my honest take on this plugin for those of you who use Premiere, After Effects, as well as the iOS app. One advantage of mirrorless cameras and digital cinema cameras is the cleanliness of the image they produce compared to the imperfections of shooting on film. Having to create that digitally after the fact seems to come off as artificial and fake. However, Dehancer Pro offers a vast amount of settings to dehancer your video content as close to film as possible. Let's take a look at how you can best utilize it on desktop Adobe apps and iOS. A few pre-flight tips for using Dehancer Pro inside of Premiere or After Effects you'll want to be aware of. In After Effects, go to your project settings and make these changes. You'll want to set your color depth to 16 bits per channel or 32 bits per channel to get better gradations and less artifacting. Also make sure you assume working color gamma is set to Rec 709 2.4. Inside of Premiere, go to your sequence settings and make sure your working color space is set to either Rec 709 or the color space of your raw footage. Enable maximum bit depth, maximum render quality, along with composite and linear color. For users of Premiere 2024 or the public beta, make sure to pay attention to the Settings tab in Lumetri Color, and the color space gamma is set for delivery of your content. Make sure you download all the camera profiles and give either limited access or full access to your photos library to take full advantage of what the app offers. You can click the eye icon for the quick start guide, email support, or access Dehancer's site and social media handles. If you see a Dehancer watermark on your footage or image, that's to inform you that if you want to share your Dehancer image or video, you'll need to sign up for a subscription or a one-time purchase in order to export the result. If you go to the subscription route, you can do a 1-week trial and opt out before it auto-renews or partake in it fully. When I used Dehancer Pro on Premiere and After Effects, I found that using it on adjustment layers tended to yield a better result as opposed to applying it to the individual clips. The plugin can be pretty resource intensive, so for computers with low to medium specs, it made sense to use it at the final stage of editing. Here, I have some RE ProRes footage and stock footage which I put through the paces using some film grain and halation. I was impressed with how far I was able to push the settings overall. I'm no finishing editor, so for all I know, I might be making my image look better or worse. Exploring the features more in depth, I started to see how many options I have available at my disposal to take my digital camera footage and bring it closer to the look of actual film. In the past, I've encountered plugins that promised to offer this, but found them to be lacking. Those plugins seemed to be noticeable that an effect was applied in post versus it being authentically shot on film. My one big issue I saw using it with Adobe video apps is that the enable button is at the bottom of the parameter stack when I believe it could benefit from being at the beginning. There were times when I made changes to the available options and thought that the plugin wasn't acting right, only to find out that I had to enable it to get things going. Hopefully, future versions address this down the line. Other than that, exploring each property to see what they do was easy, and I appreciate the level of control I was granted overall. In the Dehancer app, you'll be presented with two options to access your photo library. Either the open photo or video button, or a horizontal film strip. Personally, I found the open photo or video easy to navigate as I did not want to go through hundreds of photos I had, but I did appreciate the film strip navigation. In the open photo or video section, I can quickly navigate between recents, favorites, videos, live photos, and more to choose from what I want. I'll select a video and get into the app settings. Because I downloaded all the camera profiles, I have access to all of the Dehancer team assets. I can also import my own presets as well as choose favorites. I'll keep this on all presets for the sake of the demo. As I scroll between presets, I'm able to see how much of a change each preset makes to my footage. I could double tap any preset to add to my favorites. If there's any preset that I like in particular and I want to tweak it, I can press the edit button. With the edit button pressed, I'm presented with 15 categories to modify my video to my liking. I can crop or rotate, change source color space with additional settings, use different film stocks, add compression along with grain, add some halation to taste, and so much more. With the amount of options to edit, you can use a preset as a starting point and build off that to create your own preset. Once I have my video dehanced, I can save it to my library, share it with my friends, or to an app of my choice. Honestly, I like how easy and feature-rich the Dehancer app is overall. Without much effort, I was able to play around with each setting without feeling overwhelmed. The settings were pretty intuitive and updated in real time. One thing I wish it had was the ability to batch add a look to a selection of videos or images. I have to say that Dehancer is a must-have for filmmakers who want to emulate the aesthetics of shot film. The attention to detail in the settings grants users a vast amount of control that other plugins and apps wouldn't have. I like how user-friendly it is and that it works across Adobe, Apple, Blackmagic video apps, as well as iOS. Embracing these user bases shows that everyone can partake in what Dehancer has to offer. The developers understood what was needed for Dehancer to attract users, and I see it getting better as years go on. So, if you want to be able to add that final film aesthetic to your shorts, corporate videos, documentaries, or feature films, consider adding Dehancer or Dehancer Pro to your arsenal. The level of detail you can add is second to none, and you won't regret it. Once again, I have an offer of 10% off for subscribers and viewers to take advantage of in the description below. Happy editing, and see you next time.